Balancing is a big word. Some days it feels like I'm not balancing anything at all.
Yes. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Jotech AI Agency where we show you how to maximize AI tools for your brand, for your business, and for your daily life, right? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create long form videos for yourself in form of podcasts or AI movies for your faceless YouTube and TikTok channels. All right. So the first thing we need for this video is a podcast. I'm creating a podcast, right? So we need a podcast studio, and I'm going to Pinterest to get pictures for that. Now, once you go over to Pinterest, you just type in podcast studio designs, right? A whole lot of designs would pop up. All right, you're going to see a whole lot of designs once you click for that. And I just want to inform you that when you're picking the particular design you want, ensure that it's something that they're facing the camera. All right, don't pick something that they're facing side by side, or if not, it would affect your lip sync. Make sure that the chairs or the people that are sitting on the chair would be facing the front, at least to the highest minimal level, right? So that it won't affect your lip sync. Sometimes if they're facing right or left, it would make them sound a different way from what they are saying. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying, right? So yeah, you can just pick any picture of your style. I prefer this one because I like the sofas, and the people can still face front in as much as the chairs are facing themselves. So we also need the people that will be sitting on the sofas for the podcast, right? So if you already have your pictures, you can make do with those ones, but I don't already have mine. So I want to get those pictures from Pinterest here at once so that we don't have to come back again, right? So ensure that you pick something that the person is just something like this wouldn't suit for a podcast now, depending on the topic of your podcast anyways. So yeah, let's just keep scrolling. I think I've not yet seen something that exactly this. The lady wearing the milk color works perfect for me, right? So that's what I'm going to be creating for this podcast. Now, if you already have your own pictures, just make do with what you have, right? So this is a good opportunity for me to tell you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so that whenever I create a video, you'd be the first to be notified about it. All right. So now I want to recreate this image in two ways, because it's two people that are going to be talking on the podcast, right? So I want to get the prompt for this image on ChatGPT. That's exactly what I want to do now, so that I can be able to recreate it with a second image. Like I said before, if you already have your images, the people that you want to be talking on the podcast, is very easy. You can just skip this particular step and get to the step where I'm going to be fixing them on the studio picture, right? Just watch and see. I want to recreate this for my face, right? So like I said, always ensure that you use a picture that you're facing the camera so that it will not affect your lip sync and your face will not be changed. Now, using the reference image, generate the image with my face. I'm the lady in red and I want a birthday photo shoot. You can either do that, or you can just get the prompts for this image separately. I think that would be best. Generate a prompt for this image, right? So that ChatGPT will give us exactly the prompt that was used, that can be used to create this image, taking note of every little detail. All right, so yeah, ChatGPT has given me the prompt I can use, so that way I can now recreate this with my own face. I want to believe you understand everything I'm saying, right? So I'll be using a whole lot of prompts for this exercise, and if it's something you'd be interested in getting, indicate prompt in the comment section and I'll send you all the prompts. All right, every prompt I'm going to be using for creating the images, even for the video, for the lip sync, for even the shots and the angles, everything, just indicate prompts, type prompt in the comment section and I'll send them to you. All right, now we have a second picture, right? The next thing we're going to be doing now is putting in these two images to the podcast studio that we got. All right, and I want to freestyle and use different tools, so I'll be using Gemini for this one, right? So it's very easy. We just want to add those two images, the image of the dark lady and the fair lady, into the podcast studio. So we'll just ask Gemini to add the two ladies to the podcast studio. All right, and indicate that you can also go further to indicate who will be sitting at the right, who will be sitting at the left and everything, right? But once you ask it to put them in, it's going to put them in for you perfectly, and yeah, you won't have any issues with that. Yes, you get something like this from Gemini once you do that. If you want a different color of trouser, if you just indicate it in your prompt, you're also going to get that, right? Yeah. So now we have our images, guys. The image for this podcast studio has been created. Yeah, if you don't indicate the particular trouser they'll be wearing, this is the kind of thing you're going to get. All right. So now that we have the image, you can also go further to indicate the kind of shoes they'll be wearing, the kind of, if you don't do that, you're going to make AI have to think for you, and that wouldn't be nice. That's why every single prompt, every single detail is important in your prompt. So don't forget, if you're interested in the prompts, indicate prompt in the comment section, and I'll send the prompts to you. All right, every prompt that I'm going to be using. So these are the things that we need. I just made a list of them. We need the image of the podcast studio, which we have already created. The image of the interviewer, we got this from Pinterest, right? The image of me from ChatGPT. The image of the full studio. This is where we are now. We just created the image of the full studio. That's the podcast studio with the people sitting on them. So the next thing that we're going to need is Flow AI. Now, I wrote different angles here because if you watch that video, you see that I had different angles and different shots of my videos. A lot of people don't do this in their videos. You watch and you see that the people are always facing one particular place. It shouldn't be like that, all right? I think I should play the video again for you to see what I mean by different angles.
Honestly, Joy, let me just ask you straight. How are you actually balancing being a medical student and still staying consistent with your Christian life?
Yeah.
For me, it starts with understanding that my relationship with God is not something I squeeze into my schedule. It's the foundation of my schedule. Balancing is a big word, though. Some days it feels like I'm not balancing anything at all.
Yeah.
Did you see that, guys? Did you see that? The fact that one person is still talking the same sentence, but the video has moved from one angle to another. That's what I'm going to be showing you in this video, all right? So that you not have to make something that looks so, robotic. And once people look at it, they already know that this is just AI. So we're using Flow AI for this, right? Go over to your Chrome browser, search for Flow AI, you see Google Apps, just open it, sign up the normal way you sign up to your apps and to your websites, and this is where the real magic begins. Okay, this is where the real magic begins. If you have not subscribed yet, hey, you're missing a lot. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. YouTube is showing ads with my video and they are not paying me yet because I don't have enough subscribers. So please let YouTube stop cheating me through your subscription. All right, I need your subscription for YouTube to stop cheating me. Now this is where we're going to get different angles of this picture, right? You put in that picture to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT to give you prompts for different angles. If you're someone who can create yours for yourself, then it's easy, all right? But we're going to create different prompts for different angles. So as you can see here, there's over the shoulder for the left speaker, there's over the shoulder for the right speaker, there's a top down angle. You need all these angles if you're creating your podcast, or even if it's an AI movie for your YouTube or your TikTok faceless channels, right? So you don't end up creating videos that are just facing one place. Most of the videos I see are always just facing one side. Highest, they will turn to the other side. The next thing, they'll turn, like there's no change in angles and they look like so robotic. So this is how you can do that. Ask ChatGPT to create this prompt for different angles. Then you take those prompts over to Flow AI. We're still creating images. We have not yet started creating the video. This is just an image for different angles of that podcast studio, all right? So when you're prompting for Flow AI, make sure you indicate maintaining the reference image so that it won't give you a different image. Once you put in the image of the two people on the studio that we got from Gemini there, right? Indicate that it should maintain the reference image so that it will not change the image, all right? So this is what we have. This is over the shoulder for the left speaker. There's also over the shoulder for the right speaker. This is the top down angle now, all right? So once you just copy the prompt, paste it on Flow AI, it will give you the image for different angles. There's a medium shot for the host, there's host focus, where the person that is speaking will be focused on, and the person behind would just be laughing or making sounds that will still show in your video. That way your video will look very, very human. All right, that's just the long story cut short for this. Now I don't want this video to be too long, let's just move in. So let's test run with another prompt. All right, one last prompt. You can get one of the prompts from ChatGPT and do it like this, right? Please hold on. Yeah, this is the same image we've been working with. All right, so you can use any of the prompts that ChatGPT has created for you, and you're going to get several images of this. Okay, I just want to move on to the part where I'm creating the video so that this video will not be too long. But if you want to create, okay, this is the top down angle. Don't forget what I asked you to indicate, maintaining the reference image. And you can also go further to add your aspect ratio. If you want to work with 16:9, or if it's a TikTok channel you're creating, I don't think 16:9 would work for TikTok channels. All right, this works mainly for YouTube or for normal videos, so you just have to find out. So please don't forget to indicate maintaining the reference image, because it's going to affect the images you're going to get. All right, anyways, there could be a lag sometimes, but just keep trying it. It will definitely work. It will definitely work. So the next thing we need now is the topic for our podcast. So you go over to ChatGPT and just indicate the topic that you want. All right, I'm using the topic balancing Christian life as a medical student. All right, ask it to draft it as a script between two people. If you're using a podcast of 3 people, or you're creating a video or a movie where it's going to be more than 3 people talking, indicates that it's 3 people that are going to be talking. All right, you can just switch it up anyhow you want, okay, depending on the number of people. So just you reading from my own. Okay, we have balancing Christian life. Honestly, Joy, let me just ask you straight, how are you actually balancing being a medical student with your Christian life? Blah blah blah. Joy will now say, for me, I think it's just making sure that your Christian life should be prioritized. For, they've given us the script already, so I just want to paste this over on Flow AI and show you how I was able to change those angles. Now that we have those images of the different angles, you can see that this angle is different from the previous angle, right? What you need to do now is to paste it over on Flow AI. Please hold on. Now, yes. Now we're creating a video, not an image. Okay, so when you come here, you change that image to video. This image here, you change it to video, and then you click on frames. When you click it, you will see start and end here. So on this start and end, make sure you put different images of different angles. So you to start with one angle and end with another angle. This is how to ensure that the angle will be changed even in the same sentence. All right, I'm sure you got what I said, right? Click on video, click on frames, click start and end, and put in 2 different images of different angles, and you're going to get something like this. You see that the angle has changed. She's still talking, she's still saying the same thing, but the angle has changed in the midst of the same sentence. That's how to do it, guys. It's not as hard as it looks. It's just very, very simple with Flow AI. I think Flow AI is going to become very expensive very soon, so the earlier you start maximizing it, the better it's going to be for all of us. All right, so that way you know that you've created a lot of videos, and yeah, you've gotten a whole lot of views. So I want to just copy another sentence and paste it up on Flow AI, right? So feel free to indicate who exactly is talking. So that name that is written on top of it, please indicate it. If not, Flow AI might give the script to somebody different from who you want to be saying that in, right? It could just give that particular scene to another person, and like maybe when you want the dark lady to be talking, you find out that it's the fair lady that is talking. All right, I actually made that mistake at first, because this particular scene was supposed to be the dark lady that would be talking, but it ended up being the fair lady that was talking, because I didn't indicate that in the prompt. All right, now this is where I corrected it when I put in Joy, the dark lady. Then Flow AI now added that prompt to that particular scene to the dark lady. So that's basically everything you need to know. Indicate maintaining the reference image, change the two angles for start and for end. And yeah, if you do that, you're good to go. You're going to get something very perfect like this, and the lip sync is going to be perfect, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, okay? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because I have a lot of goodies coming up for you guys and you don't want to miss that, okay? So many AI tools are being chunked in, and yeah, I'm practicing how to use them with my smartphone so that anybody at all can use them, even chatbots and voice bots. Like, you're going to learn how to create them with your smartphone, guys, with just your smartphone, honestly. uh I think that's basically all. You can just go over to ChatGPT, copy the next scripts from ChatGPT and put it up to Flow AI, and you'll get exactly what you want.
I want to know the people that are watching my videos, and I'd want to know you on a closer range. Okay, so please indicate in the comment section your name and where you're watching from. You could also go further to tell me what you do, so that way I would be able to know how I can help you and how I can serve you better. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video.